Good morning, namaste. My name is Seema, and today I will be guiding us through a 90-minute Hatha Yoga sequence based on the element of earth. Today, you might want to get some props ready for our practice, maybe a full blanket, a cushion, or some blocks, and a cloth, a sock, or a t-shirt, whatever you have lying around to use for a strap. So welcome! Today kicks off my new Elemental Yoga series, where each week we will be focusing on one element. Everything in the universe is made up of the 5 elements: earth, air, water, ether, and fire, and in different proportions. So our goal would be to harmonize these elements. If we can achieve internal harmony, then our outer world will reflect that as well. So each element invites us to embody different characteristics that will help us to achieve alignment and harmony. And so this week, we'll kick it off with the element Earth. Earth corresponds to everything in the physical world, nature and the Earth herself, of course, but everything that we can physically touch, everything that is manifest. It also relates to the color red and our first chakra, Muladhara. It's nurturing and allows us to achieve stability and vitality and grounding. So why is grounding important? Grounding is fundamental. It's foundational in yoga practice and in life. Can you imagine a building? So if there's a construction site and they're trying to make this fantastic building, but there's no firm foundation, it can look nice and fancy on the outside for maybe a couple of months, even a couple of years. But if there's no strong foundation, eventually it will crumble. So having a rooted foundation into the earth allows us to achieve stability in our center. So if we're grounded, we can feel calm, clear, strong, and functional in everyday life, despite fluctuations and turbulence happening around us. So if we're ungrounded, then we can feel anxious, scattered, and spacey, and really vulnerable to everyone's energies around us. Imagine that you're a rock on the shore of a violently wavy ocean. And if you are stable like this rock, you're unchanging, unmovable. So this is what we're aiming for, this rootedness, this stability into the earth, which will ripple out into other benefits in our life, such as health, vitality, and prosperity. Okay, so let's get started. Let's come into a comfortable seated position. Okay. And gently close the eyes. Taking some deep breaths. And just bringing the awareness to the interior of your being. And just stepping into the seat of observation. And just observing your body. No need to change anything at first. Trying to set your perception of observation. Trying to cultivate mindfulness, this awareness of the present moment and everything that means, everything which is contained in the present moment. Scan your body from down up and see if you can identify any places of tension, any place of awareness and your intention as you move from down up. Feeling your body sink deeper into the ground with every point that you release. And finally, shine a bright white light throughout your entire body, allowing the awareness through this light shine throughout your entire being as if you're one big giant light bulb. Allowing this light of awareness to guide you in your practice. Anchoring our awareness on our inside world, I invite you to set the intention for yourself to try to be as internally focused as possible, with the invitation to try to keep your eyes closed as much as the practice as possible to assist you to keep your internal focus. Of course, for each new practice or asana, you're welcome to look at me for example, and then close your eyes again when you're ready and comfortable. I invite you to set an intention for yourself for this practice. Perhaps connecting with your guides, asking for guidance and grounding and their grace. In your own words, silently in your heart. We continue to ground ourselves into our practice with a little visualization meditation. I want you to visualize the core of the earth, perhaps a molten sphere of glowing red magma. You feel its heat, this bubbling, melted rock in the core of the earth. And on every inhalation, through your nose, sip up this heat and this bright red energy directly from beneath you, straight up into the base of your being, into Muladhara Chakra, and sending that energy straight up the spine, up through the crown of the head, about 1 foot ahead above the head, as a bright red light or a bright white light, golden light, whatever resonates with you the most. And on every exhalation, send that light from the crown of the head down the spine and back through the earth, straight into the core of the earth. Continuing to breathe up this energy from the earth, from down up through the spine. On every inhalation, and exhaling that energy down from 1 foot above the crown, down the spine, into the center of the earth. Really trying to perceive your spine being illuminated with each breath. I'm trying to perceive to its energies. How would the energy of the earth feel like? Stable and grounding. Couple more breaths. Beautiful. Come back slowly. Just examine the state of your consciousness, as well as the state of your physical, mental, and emotional state at this time, checking in the beginning of our practice. And let's start with our warm-up exercises. Coming onto our knees to tuck in the toes for an extra stretch in the area of our feet. And let's interlace the fingers and start to warm up the wrists in slow, full rotations of the wrists. Bringing the awareness to the area of our wrists. Change direction. Extend the arms, spread the fingers wide, and we bend each joint of the fingers sequentially down and up, one at a time. Really trying to single out each joint of the fingers. Give the wrist a little shake, and then we come onto all fours and preparing for some cat-cow. The shoulders stack directly above the wrists, and the hips stack directly above the knees. Let's take an inhale as we bring the head. Exhale, head comes down, pressing the belly up towards the ceiling. Inhale, bringing the tailbone up. And continuing in your own rhythm. And from here, I invite you to come into some intuitive movement, doing whatever you feel your body might like at this time. I like to bring my body over to one side, down to the other side, and up. Close the eyes and really let your body's wisdom speak. Breathing deeply. Turning off the analytical thinking mind and allowing your right brain, your creative aspect, to shine through. If you have been moving in one direction, switch to the other side. Very good. Let's come into a cross-legged position and let's do some Sulfi grinds. A warm-up exercise from Kundalini Yoga, preparing our spine to receive energy from the earth, making sure that both sitting bones are firmly pressed into the ground. Let's inhale as we drop the chest forward and pressing the shoulders behind us. Chin is slightly tilted upwards. From there, let's rotate our torso to the left side, opening up the right side of the body. Coming behind us, hunching the shoulders forward. The spine is in a C shape. Coming to the right side, opening up the left side body. And then coming forward to the first position. And now I invite you to close the eyes and connect all 4 points in a fluid circular motion of the torso, drawing a giant circle with our torso, incorporating into the breath. Inhale as we drop forward. Exhale, coming back. Bringing the awareness to the base of the spine, opening up any energetic blockages in that area. And switch sides, rotating in the opposite direction. Inhale, coming forward, and exhale, coming back. In yoga, we say the entire health of the being relies on the health of the spine. Foundation for the health of the rest of the body. And spiraling back to center. With the eyes closed, awareness in the base of the spine. Feel the spine through the crown of the head. The awakening of our Kundalini energy, our dormant energy line. Coming on to the knees. Let's bring our hands onto the shoulders. And again, another Kundalini warm-up exercise to warm up the spine. Let's inhale as we come to the left side and exhale forcefully through the nose as we come to the right side. So inhale left, exhale right. Start slowly at first. Gently coming back to center. Inhale, raising the arms up above the head, stretching tall. Hold the breath. Hold Mula Bandha. Exhale, sweep the arms down. Relax. Observe the energetic effect. Let's continue by pressing into our first downward dog. And just speaking to your body, asking your body what it would like the best. No need to worry on form. In this first downward dog, just allowing your body really to do whatever it wants here. Maybe you want to bend the knees one at a time, bobbing up and down, really exploring your range of motion here, whatever feels good for you. Keep breathing. Bend the knees. And walk the hands, meet the feet. Grab opposite elbows. Feel free to keep the knees bent. And we can sway side to side like a rag doll blowing in the wind. Maybe you want to nod the head yes and no. And when you're ready, let's come into standing. So let's roll the shoulders up and back. As we inhale, Exhale, close the eyes and just observe how you feel. I'll offer several checkpoints like this to remind you to bring the awareness back inside the body. Let's start with some neck rolls. So let's drop the chin to the chest and rotate the head towards the right shoulder, and continuing to roll the neck in complete circles with the eyes closed, fixing the awareness inside in the area of the neck. Inhale, head comes up. Exhale, coming down. Change direction. Ever so slowly. Rotations of the neck. With the eyes closed, attention focused to perceive small vibrations in the center of the neck, the arousal of the throat chakra, Vishuddha chakra. Feel the mind becoming dynamic and the expansion of your consciousness into the subtle planes of energy around you. Next is the 5 double quick movements of the head, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 2 diagonal back and left, 2 diagonal back and right, and 2 directly backwards. Focus on the motion itself. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Without moving the head, move it twice. And coming back. Feel fine vibrations on top of the head, the awakening of the crown chakra, Sahasrara. Feel the mind lucid and sharp. We continue with the lateral flexion of the head, moving the head side to side in a horizontal plane parallel with the shoulders. You can start slowly at first. Keep breathing through the nose. And once you feel comfortable, you can increase the speed, making sure to keep the shoulders steady. Focus on the center of the forehead. And coming back. Feeling small vibrations in the center of the forehead, the awakening of Ajna chakra, the third eye. Feeling your third eye healthy and strong. Harmony between body, mind, and spirit. Next is the lateral flexion of the spine. As we raise one shoulder close to the ear, the other drops down, and creating a continuous fluid motion, trying to keep the elbows straight, breathing deeply through the nose, through the spine. Increase the speed for the last second. And relax. Feeling vibrating points along the spine. And the awakening of Sushumna Nadi, the central energy channel in our body. Feeling this energy rise from down, up the spine. Simultaneously feeling an increase in energy in the area of the palms and hands. This is the increase of our natural healing ability, our biodynamic energy. So let's transfer this healing energy into our belly for a gastric massage. It's best done on bare skin. So we want to bend the knees. This allows more pressure from the fingers into the abdomen. The thumb is behind the waist, and the middle finger is at the level of the belly button. So again, with bent knees, and we're pressing into the belly with as much pressure as we can, rotating left down, right up. Try to visualize this healing energy from the hands and being sent into the digestive organs. Change direction, right down, left up. Again, both hands, both fingers are rotating in the same direction. Very good. You can release and relax. Take a deep breath. Feel the release of any negative energies and toxins at the level of the navel, as well as the purification of energies of the solar plexus chakra, the navel chakra, Muladhara, Manipura, sorry. Let's spread the feet to about hip distance apart. And let's start to open up the arms. Spreading our wings into freedom. Freedom from any tension in the body. Freedom from stresses of the mind. Freedom into peace and harmony. And now we bring one arm behind us, following it with our gaze. You can open the legs a little bit bigger than hip distance apart. Stretching out our sides and our lower back. Okay, coming back. Deep breath, rolling the shoulders up and back. And let's start to shake out the body. Just simple shaking. Bending the knees, Relaxing the shoulders and the elbows. Continuing to breathe deeply through the nose. And releasing any remaining stress or tension off the physical body. Allowing it to melt right off of you. Being sent into the earth beneath us. Mama Gaia, our mother, wanting to take away all of our pain and suffering. She receives our sufferings and this excess energy with open arms. This perfect, intelligent creature, knowing exactly how to recycle this energy, filtering it back into the world for other creatures to use for their benefit. Shaking up any stagnant energy in our body, allowing the prana to move more freely. Let's take a breath together, and on the exhale, let out a sigh or a sound. Inhale. Ah. Ooh. Coming into stillness. Feel the effect. Enjoy this feeling of energy circulating throughout your entire being, flowing freely. Know that you are communing with your cells on the most minute level, the atomic level, the subatomic level, every time you feel this vibration, coming into harmony with the most microscopic aspects of yourself. Very nice. So let's for some sun salutations. Coming to the top of the mat. Feet are parallel and hip distance apart. Again, take a deep breath as we roll the shoulders up and back. Straightening the spine, pressing down through the feet, rooting down into the earth simultaneously as we rise through the crown of the head, elongating the spine, nice and tall, reaching for the ceiling. Standing nice and erect. Inhale. Exhale, join the hands together at the center of the heart, applying a little pressure here in Anjali Mudra. Try to make a miniature version of the sun just in front of the heart, visualizing its lights, its warmth, receiving its heat with every inhalation, sipping that energy up straight into the heart center with every breath, and expanding the energy throughout the heart into the area of the chest, energizing Anahata Chakra with the energy of the sun with every breath. Really trying to perceive the light of the sun entering straight into your heart. Putting ourselves in resonance with the beneficial frequencies of the sun. Charging us up. Inhale. Raise both arms straight into the sky. Standing tall like a tree with our branches as our hands, receiving the energy of the sun through our leaves, through our fingers and arms. Reaching as tall as we can. And we exhale as we bow down. Bending forward, hinging at the hips. Feel free to bend the knees if you need to. And grab opposite elbows if that feels good. Or you can allow the hands to dangle down. Being as passive as you can here. No need to strain or force anything. Allowing gravity to do all the work for you. starting really slow and gentle. Frame the feet and send the left foot backwards in a low lunge. Continuing to breathe through the nose. Awareness on the connection of the sun into the heart. And we tuck the toe, send the right foot backwards into downward dog. Hands at shoulder distance apart, feet at hip distance apart, pressing the head in between the shoulders, sending the sacrum straight into the ceiling. Again, bending the knees if you need to. Deep breaths through the nose. And we come down, knees, chest, and chin on the mat in zigzag pose. Pressing the elbows inside. And from here, let's press up into Sphinx pose. Our forearms firmly pressing into the ground. Lifting the head up slightly. Opening up the chest to the side. Coming back into downward dog. 3 deep breaths. Sending the left foot forward, lunge. Sipping up the energy of the sun straight into our heart plexus. Bringing the right foot to join the left, standing forward bend. Again, being very passive here. Grabbing opposite elbows or allowing the hands to dangle forward. Bend the knees and we rise. Sending both arms straight into the sky. The arms are framing the ears. Stretching as tall as we can. One last inhale. Exhale, namaste. Observe the effect. Inhale. Release the arms. We prepare for a second round. If you haven't already, I invite you to close the eyes, to explore this inner scape of your inner world, trying to bring the observation inside. Inhale. Exhale, namaste. Pressing the hands together at the center of the chest. I invite you to think of anything that you might be grateful for in this moment. What comes to mind intuitively? Allow these feelings of gratitude to cultivate in your heart. Being uplifted with all that we're grateful for, sending these feelings of gratitude into the universe. Stretching our arms straight into the sky. Imagine that someone is holding you by the wrists and pulling you straight up into the clouds. Exhale, we bow down to the earth. In this standing forward bend, yogi's choice of passive or active stretch. You can passively dangle down like before, Or if you like to try an active stretch, you can grab your big toes and bring the torso down towards the legs. Keep breathing. Frame the feet and send the right foot backwards into a low lunge. If you have blocks or cushions, feel free to put them on either side of you if you need to use them for support. Breathing in through the heart. And we send the left foot backwards, downward dog. 3 deep breaths. I invite you to visualize the energy of the earth and sipping that up through the hands and feet with every inhalation, starting to make a connection with the earth beneath us. And we bring the knees, chest, and chin onto the mat in zigzag pose. And press up into Sphinx. And if your flexibility allows, you can come into full cobra. Pressing the shoulders down away from the ears, opening up the chest to the loving energies of the sun. And we press back into downward dog. 3 deep breaths as we sip up the energy of the earth, perhaps as a bright white light or a bright red light through the hands and the feet with every breath. And we send the right foot in between the hands, low lunge. Breathing deeply through the heart, connecting with the sun. Send the left foot to join the left. Standing forward bend, passive or active. Keep breathing. Bend the knees, and we rise, sending our arms straight into the air. Stretching as tall as we can, pushing a little bit past that. And exhale, namaste. Inhale. Release the arms. And just being witness to any sensations that you feel in your body at this time. Observing an increase in circulation of the energy of the sun all throughout your body. Thanking the sun for shining bright on us, sharing with us its energy. Very good. Shake it out. Let's come into the asana portion of today's class. So, as you are aware, we are focusing on the element of earth, which corresponds to the first chakra, our root chakra, Muladhara. So we'll be primarily focusing on this first chakra located at the base of the spine, but we're actually going to start today's practice by filling up our cup. That means receiving the energy of the universe, charging up our battery, and then grounding that energy down. And we'll do that with the tree pose. So first, bringing our feet hip distance apart and parallel. And we're just going to raise both arms straight into the sky, making sure that the hands are facing each other. And just like in the sun salutations, imagine that there's someone holding you by the wrists and pulling you straight into the heavens. Stretching as tall as we can, the hands and fingers are relaxed, trying to frame the ears with our arms. And we can even spread the toes to achieve a nice foundation with our feet into the ground, pressing down through the base of our feet, simultaneously stretching as far up as we can while we are pressing down with our feet into the ground. We can only rise in proportion to how deeply rooted we are into the ground. Closing the eyes, and here we apply Ashfini Mudra, which is the constant contraction of the muscles of the anus. Here in this pose, we are receiving the energy of the universe through our arms like antenna. And by applying Ashfini Mudra, squeezing the muscles of the butt, we're allowing the received energies to collect in our physical structure. So just being present with any sensations you feel coming down the arms, breathing deeply and slowly. Ashfini Mudra. Very good, that will do. And we can gently and gradually lower the arms down on either side of the body. Inhale, rolling the shoulders back. Closing the eyes, feel the effect. Focusing on an orb of energy surrounding the arms, just outside the physical structure. Feeling the reception of prana from the universe in the area of our torso. And if you have any painful areas in your body, we can transfer this healing energy by simply hovering our hands above that area, and with our attention and intention, sending that energy to achieve healing effects. And let's continue now with Padahasasana, the standing forward bend. And for this, we can use some props, a cushion or a folded blanket or some blocks or both. And so we'll begin by stretching high, extending the spine, inhale, and hinging at the hips, coming down and resting on any support that you need. Trying to keep the legs as straight as possible. If you need to keep a little micro bend in the joints to protect them, feel free to do so. Otherwise, try to keep them straight. So resting your hands on any necessary props. Otherwise, if you don't need any props, you can allow the upper body to dangle down. And with closed eyes, fix your awareness and the level of the base of the spine. knowing that our energy flows where our attention goes, using each asana as a mini meditation, with a point of concentration being our chakra, our root chakra. You can visualize the energy of the earth coming up through the legs, sipping it up like straws on every inhalation, and sending that energy up through the legs into Muladhara chakra, feeling that energy expand with every exhalation, perhaps as a bright white light or a red light, whatever resonates with you. Relaxing any unnecessary muscles, relax the jaw and the shoulders. Beautiful. Bend the knees and rise ever so slightly and gradually again, up and back. Feeling the energizing of the legs and the strong arousal of the root chakra, Muladhara, charging up our internal battery. Next is Prasarita Padottanasana. Bend. Again, feel free to grab some props or some blocks to support the head. We're going to spread the feet wide. Feet are parallel, bringing the hands onto the waist. Inhale as we lengthen the spine. Exhale, folding at the hips, coming down, and then using the blocks, if necessary, to support the head and hands. The head should the head should meet the ground or your support at the level of the hairline. Trying to be as relaxed as possible. If you are able to come into the full position, you can measure your hands by placing them elbow distance apart and then interlacing the fingers and placing the hairline just after the pinkies on the ground. Here again, we can focus on the earth energy coming up legs, down the spine, into the crown of the head, sipping it up with every inhalation, and feeling it expand in the crown of the head with every exhalation. Simultaneously charging the roots as it moves past the roots up into the crown chakra, Muladhara and Sahasrara. Very good. We can bend the knees and bring the hands onto the waist and support ourselves as we gradually rise, scooting, heel-toeing the feet back to center, rolling the shoulders up and back. Inhale, exhale, closing the eyes, and observe the effect. Feeling a condition of lightness, the energy continuing to rise from down up into the crown, the strong activation of the crown chakra, the secondary activation of the root, Muladhara. Feeling the expansion of your consciousness. And let's come onto the mat to prepare for the seated portion of our practice. Preparing for the seated asanas. Okay. Please excuse all this moving around of the computer screen. Getting used to this technological yoga teaching. Okay, so grab your prop if you have limited flexibility of the legs, a cloth or a t-shirt or a strap-like item. Legs are straight in front of you, and we'll begin with Janus Asana, the head to knee pose. So first we're going to bend the right leg, bringing the right foot as far up the thigh as possible, creating a figure 4 shape. If you need to use your prop, you can prepare it by putting it beneath the left foot. First, we're going to open up the chest by opening it towards the right knee. And then we're going to grab the left foot with our left hand or the prop, and then bringing your torso down, and finally directing the head down towards the ground. We can rest our right hand on the left elbow and relaxing as much as possible here in Janus Asana. First, energizing the lunar left side of the root chakra, Muladhara. If it helps you to maintain your focus, of course with closed eyes, visualizing a bright white light or a bright red light at the base of the spine, feeling it expand, filling it up with every inhalation, allowing it to pulsate with every exhalation, focusing on this ball of energy at the level of the base of the spine, sipping up the energy of the earth. If your attention wanders, gently bring it back to Muladhara Chakra. And that will do. You can release. Gradually walk yourself up and extend the right leg in front of you, supporting yourself with the hands behind you. Closing the eyes, feeling the energizing of the left leg and the release of tension in the area of the right side of the lumbar spine. And the energizing of the left, lunar, feminine, receptive, yin aspect of our being on the left side of our body in the area of our root, Muladhara chakra. And we switch sides. So you don't have to move around. I'm just changing sides so that you can see better. But we're going to bring the left leg in a shape, bringing that left foot as far up the thigh as possible. Right leg is straight. Using your prop if you need to. And then we're going to open up to the left side and then coming down to catch the right foot, either with a prop, or if you can reach, you can grab your big toe or the foot. And then we can bring the left hand to rest on the right elbow, and then bringing ourselves down, rotating the head down to face the ground. And we're focusing on the energetic activation of the right masculine side of the root chakra, Muladhara chakra. Using the power of visualization to keep our attention focused in that area. Sipping up the energy of the earth straight into our perineum with every breath. Keeping your awareness on the root chakra, Muladhara. Breathing in light energy. One last deep breath. And gently coming out. Extending the left leg straight in front of you. Perhaps you want to give the legs a little shake. Close the eyes And feel the energizing of the right leg, the release of tension in the lower left back, and the energizing of the masculine component of the root chakra on the right side of the perineum. The right masculine, emissive, yang aspects of the root chakra. Affirm to yourself, I am grounded, safe, and secure. Really trying to feel the energy behind these words and not just repeating it. And we continue with Hashimotanasana, the seated forward bend, beginning first by removing any excess flesh from under the butt, getting your prop ready. If you have limited flexibility, you can place it underneath the feet, like so. Maybe you need a longer prop. This towel is actually kind of short. Maybe you want to use a blanket, whatever works for you, like so. And we begin by raising both arms straight into the air to straighten out the spine. Inhale, exhale, folding forward, catching the prop to bring your upper body down towards the legs with a straight spine. And relaxing as much as possible here. Focus your awareness in the level of the root chakra, Muladhara. Feeling streams of telluric earth energy rising up through your base. That energy moving up through the spine, down the arms, back up through the legs, and accumulating at the level of Muladhara chakra at the base of your spine, creating a continuous circuit of energy with the telluric earth energies of the earth. Again, using the power of visualization, if that helps you, imagining this energy as a white light or a red light, whatever resonates with you. Make sure that your knees are straight and not bent. Keeping your awareness fixed at the level of Muladhara chakra. Maybe you want to create an energy ball with your mind's eye at the level of the base of the spine, sipping up energy into this energy ball with every breath, feeling it expand with every exhalation. Very good. You can release and relax, gradually walking yourself up. Your hands behind you. Feeling the energizing of the legs and an increase in vitality, mental clarity, and stability. Feeling clear and light and deeply rooted into the earth. A strong activation of Muladhara chakra. You can give the legs a little shake again. And let's come into butterfly, bringing the base of the feet together. Closing the eyes, just observing the energetic activation at the roots. Breathing deeply. And like in the beginning of the practice, connecting with the energy of the core of the earth, sipping that up through the roots, up the spine with every inhalation. Visualizing that energy, seeing that light, exhaling that down the spine, back into the core of the earth with every out breath. And let's come into Pigeon Pose, keeping our left leg bent and our right leg straight behind us. Pigeon Pose works on Svadhisthana chakra, the second chakra, but it also opens up the hips. The hips symbolize as well a firm foundation into the ground. So we'll work on both of these simultaneously. Feel free to grab a prop, a cushion, or a folded blanket. And you can put that underneath your left butt cheek. And let's spread our fingers onto the mat and press into the ground as we lift the spine and head as we inhale. And then exhale, we can fold forward using blocks or a cushion if you need to support your arms. And if you like, you can come all the way onto the ground. Making a little cushion for your head with the hands. Relaxing any unnecessary muscles, relax the jaw and the shoulders. And really surrendering the entire weight of your body into the mat. Focus your energy on the left side of the hip socket, the feminine component of
Svadhisthana chakra. Sending your breath there, the breath as a vehicle for energy.
Very good. Coming up. Feeling the effect on the left hip socket, the feminine side of Svadhisthana chakra, our sacral chakra. And changing sides. Again, placing a cushion or a folded blanket or a block underneath your right butt cheek. Press into the ground, straighten up the spine, inhale. Exhale, fold down. Making sure that the left leg is completely straight. And we focus our attention in the area of the right hip socket. You can use any feelings and sensations of pain to your advantage, allowing them to serve as your point of concentration, sending your breath into that area, feeling more tension being released with every exhalation. Breathing in a bright light into our sacral chakra on the right side, Svadhisthana chakra. You can come up. Coming into a seated position. Inhale. Exhale. Close the eyes and observe the effect in the area of the right hip socket. Energizing of the masculine side of Svadhisthana chakra. Feeling stable and grounded, firmly into the hips, sinking into the earth. And finally, let's come into Malasana to ground our energies back into the earth. We're just going to have our feet on the ground, opening up, placing our elbows at the level of the knees, if possible, and in prayer pose. If this is inaccessible to you, you can always come into butterfly, sitting with your legs open and feet touching. And here, let's just ground our energy back into the earth, by imagining that our feet are magnets and being pulled with the force of gravity into the earth, feeling all of our energy sink down into the ground, like our energy is a cascading waterfall pouring down to be met with our mother with open arms, Mama Gaia, connecting the energy of the earth. One deep breath. Thanking the earth for grounding us, for providing us with stability and the comfort in our life, allowing us to feel safe and secure. And gently releasing and coming into Shavasana for our final relaxation. Feel free to give the legs a final shake. And then coming into corpse pose, spreading the feet and arms wide. Taking some deep breaths through the nose. Relaxing all your muscles. Continuing to breathe deeply and feeling your body relax more and more with every exhalation. And now I will guide us through a gradual relaxation process as I name each individual body part. Send waves of deep relaxation and calmness there. First, bringing your attention to the left leg, then relax the toes, bottom of the foot, heel, top of the foot, ankle, lower leg, knee, and upper leg. Feel the left leg completely relaxed. Relax the right leg, starting with the toes, bottom of the foot, heel, top of the foot, ankle, lower leg, knee, upper leg, and feeling the right leg completely relaxed. Bringing your awareness to the left arm and relax the fingers, palm, top of the head, lower arm, upper arm, and shoulder. Feeling the left arm completely relaxed. Coming to the right arm and relax the fingers, palm, top of the hand, lower arm, upper arm, and shoulder. Feeling the right arm completely relaxed. Bring your awareness to your back and relax the muscles of the butt, lower back, middle back, back of the upper back, back of the shoulders, and back of the neck. Coming to the front, relax your deep genital muscles. Relax your pelvic muscle, your abdomen, your chest, shoulders, neck. And relax the muscles of your face. Relax the chin and the jaw, mouth, lips, and tongue, cheeks and nose. Relax all four corners of the eyes, forehead and temples, and relax the back of your head. Feel your entire body completely relaxed now. And allow yourself to stay in this state of deep relaxation and calmness as we allow the energies we've collected to fuse into our energetic field. No, there's nothing else to do except to relax fully and deeply in complete presence and awareness of your body. Relax. You can slowly start to come back by deepening your breath. Wiggle the fingers and the toes, making fists, opening and closing the hands. If it feels good, moving the head side to side. In your own time, you can raise the arms above the head for a final stretch. And then give your knees a hug, rocking side to side, massaging the lower spine. And eventually rocking your way back up to seated position and massaging the spine on your way up. Let's seal our practice by chanting 3 times the vowel sound of oo, you. This sound corresponds to the root chakra, Muladhara, and putting it in resonance with the beneficial frequencies of the earth. I invite you to keep your awareness interiorized and be present with these vibrations as they reverberate inside of you. We begin with an exhalation, expelling the air from the lungs, Inhale. Exhale. Inhale the chant. Feeling it in your base. Just being present with any sensations you feel in your body. Feeling deeply connected with the earth. Feeling healthy, full of energy. Stable in your center. Calm and clear. Feeling grounded. And if you don't feel resonance with any of these affirmations, I invite you to explore why, maybe journaling about it and seeing where it takes you. So we have reached the end of our practice. I hope you're feeling as grounded and centered as I am. This is the perfect opportunity for you to jump onto a meditation practice now that we're feeling all peaceful. And this is the first of the series of my elemental yoga classes. So next week we will be focusing on the elements of water. So I hope to see you next week, and I wish you a beautiful day ahead. Stay grounded, and I hope that this clarity and centeredness follows you throughout the rest of your day and week and life, hopefully. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Blessing.